What is going on YouTube? This is Micro Mike here, and happy Friday. We have made it to the last day of this week and ready for the weekend. And I got a good one for you today because what up, though, Beast Mode? What up, though, D. Williams? I got a good one today because we just got some breaking news that Michael Roberts failed his physical and no longer got traded. We had to release him. So we are not giving that seventh conditional pick. He had surgery on his shoulder, I believe, in December, and he failed that physical. So that is very interesting if you ask me, because now we are not going to get that seventh round pick, and he can go to any team. So we shall see what happens with Mr. Michael Roberts. But again, he's not on our team. We decided simply to cut the guy because, well, he was not fitting with our team. And thank you for joining the chat. I see 8. Again, we got some breaking news that Michael Roberts' trade is null and void. He failed his physical and he had surgery on his shoulder in December and he could not pass it. So the trade is no longer happened and we do not get the conditional 7th round pick and we simply release the guy. So I get what's interesting about this is he was at OTAs. And if he was injured and he did not pass his physical, how is he performing at OTAs? So I'm not sure what is going on there. That's kind of odd for him to actually be working and not pass the physical like that. And so I'm curious to find out in the future what exactly the reason for this is. It's very interesting if you ask me. What up, though, Yu-Gi-Oh? What up, though, Boog Spray? Man, it's very interesting to me because is it the difference between our trainers versus the Patriots trainers? Because how could he be on our team in OTAs if he did not pass a physical and then turn around and not pass it at the New England Patriots? So there is a disconnect going on there, and I've yet to hear about that in the news simply because we just found this out. What up, though, J Third? Yes, I know my kid is speaking to me. I know what's going on. And yes, back to what we're saying. So we'll find out probably in the coming days as this news just broke out about an hour ago. Yeah, absolutely. He was he was garbage. That's a good point, Boog Spray. I agree with you. I was not a fan of Michael Roberts again when he gave up on the play at Chicago. And that really frustrated me when he just let that interception happen. And you can see clearly that he was disconnected when it comes to our team or the route running or even the ability to want to play the game of football. So I do not know what's going on with that guy. What up, though, Chris? Hey, so today is Subscriber Friday. You guys destroy the topics. You tell me what you want to hear, and I am going to talk about it. So until I get a question, I will continue with the Michael Roberts subject that is taking place currently since it's the breaking news, and we're not getting that 7th round pick. Again, it's just a conditional 7th round pick. It does. What up, though, Noble Sports? It does suck that we're not going to get a pick, but again, it's just a 7th round pick. So no harm, no foul. But again, I'm curious to see how he passed our physical and did not pass the Patriots' physical. So that is a question mark that is unanswered currently, and I would like to know that. What up, though, peace and quiet? I want to know what is the difference between our teams. Is every team different when it comes to the physical? Have you heard anything on Malik Carmi as an undrafted free agent out of UNC? He looked to good tape. No, I have not heard anything about him as well. So I have no idea. I ever heard anything about Khalil Hodge. There's a lot of individuals that is kind of silent when it comes to this subject. So I'll do a little bit of more research on that when I have time at the moment. Right now, I'm going live, so I can't do that at the same time as research. I'm not great like Troxel Sports, man. That guy can do it at the same time. But yeah, he says he probably failed a random drug test. Actually, no, he failed a physical due to his shoulder surgery that he had in December, according to all the reports that is breaking out time now. And Is there a rule where physicals are the same for each team? I'm not 100% sure on that. This is something that's never really come up. I don't remember a situation where one player on one team passes a physical and then goes to the traded team and fails. So this is a new subject, and I'm very curious to find the answers out for that, simply because it's something that's unheard of. What up, though, Alien? Man, Ancient Aliens tonight. I love that show. It is great. So every time I see your name, I think of Ancient Aliens. But again, you guys run the show. Hit me up with the questions. Again, with Malik Carney, I have no idea about that guy right now. I have absolutely no idea. There's a lot of silent individuals when it comes to the NFL. When it comes to free agents, you'd think you'd hear more about it simply because the rosters are at 90 men right now. And so you'd be hearing about players such as himself. But again, we haven't heard a whole lot about that. And Khalil Hajj, the guy who I thought we would get and we did not get. And I failed on that subject for sure. So, yeah, it is very weird. It is very weird. Makes sense. Can't block or reach for a ball with him on the with him on the shoulder. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. If he was doing this in OTAs, so he was catching balls, and apparently, according to many reports, he was perfectly fine. And so it is very weird. So he's still a Lion because he failed the drug test. No, he did not fail a drug test. According to the reports, he had surgery on his shoulder, and he failed the physical when he landed in New England. And after he failed the physical, the trade was recalled, and he was then released from the Detroit Lions. So he's no longer on any team right now. So he has the ability to get picked up by any other team now in the NFL due to waivers. And it'll be interesting to see where he get picked up now. From a smart standpoint when it comes to playbook, I wonder if the Arizona Cardinals would pick him up because he has a little bit of understanding of our playbook and we play them week 1. It would be very interesting from that standpoint because I know a lot of teams do that as well. We've done that in the past where a player gets released by a team, we play them the next week, and we pick them up, utilize their talent for that week, and then release them. Probably because we're just trying to get information on the playbook and any more information when it comes to the opposite team. So it's very interesting fact. Hey, you spell check is killing me. Sorry, hey, no big deal, man. Hey, when I am typing on a cell phone, I am garbage trash when it comes to spell check. I do the automatic voice talk, and it sounds really bad. And for some reason, man, it comes off as 8 up from the floor up. At least we got a 7th round pick for him. No, we did not. The trade now is null and void, so we do not get that 7th round pick. We no longer get the conditional pick. It is null and void. What up, though, Luke G's Field Review? That's right, hashtag Detroit Sports Alliance. We are taking it to the mainstream media. We are taking it to the local media, and we are showing them how Detroit Lions talk should be. We were trying to get something for nothing. Yeah, we were. But again, if he was playing for us, I'm very curious to know about this because this is a situation I don't remember hearing about when it comes to having an individual that was playing on a team perfectly fine, gets traded, and fails the physical for that team. So obviously the standards of physical is different from team to team. Is there a ultimate standard for every NFL team? Is there a different standard for each individual team? How does that work? Because obviously he was doing fine with Detroit, or was this something that the Patriots did not want to take a issue on? They believed he was fine, but maybe rethought the trade and passed on it. I have no idea. So this is very, very interesting. What up, though, CA Sports Talk? The man is in the building himself, one of the greatest young men that I know. He is a young man. He works very hard. He's very educated. He is going to be going to a well-educated school and becoming something in life. And I'm very proud to say that he is a friend of mine. Blue and Silver, what up, though? I feel sick if he go to the Packers and do good. Yeah, I would feel sick as well, man, especially for the fact he knows our playbook. He understands the X's and O's that we got, at least now, for the minimal time he was here. And so that is a worrisome when you have an individual from our team get released and then he ends up going to a rival team like the NFC North. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Again, that is something that we'll have to look and see. The next couple of days, we'll find out where he gets picked up, if he gets picked up. I'm going to assume he will. If we traded him, obviously there is a love a little bit for him. Maybe even the Patriots pick him up after he gets waived. I don't know. We shall see. It's going to be interesting going forward. And I do not want him on the Green Bay Packers. I don't want him on any NFC North team for that fact. No need for that. I don't mean to sound mean, but he don't know our playbook. He didn't know the last year and how it's going. That is true. You make a fantastic point, George Morgan. And man, I don't know if it was in his head, if the mental game is not there for him. I hope you're correct, because I don't want him giving information out with our team. I want our playbook, our philosophy, our scheme to be completely unnoticed and fly under the radar for this season and simply show the NFL world what we are about, with them having no idea what we are about. So that's what it's all about. What up, Doe One? Pride? Watch him go to the Cowboys or the Raiders. Now, that's interesting as well, because they got Jason Witten. They re-signed him after he retired. Obviously, he's not a long-term individual on that team. They're going to be looking for some new tight ends in the near future. And we do play the Dallas Cowboys this year. But to George Morgan's point, definitely at that point, we wouldn't have to worry about schematics, because if he had a hard time learning our playbook last year, a couple months with our playbook now, he ain't going to remember into the season after learning a whole new playbook. So, yeah, I don't want to see him on the Cowboys or any NFC team. I'm not too worried about his physicality at all. I'm not too worried about anything really about him, but I hope he goes to a team, preferably the AFC, and he does well. I wish him nothing but the best. Again, I can't hold a grudge with the guy simply because he made a couple bad plays. I don't hate him for that, but it didn't work out here in Detroit. Go to another team, preferably AFC, not NFC North at all, and do well, and I'll be happy for him. He says the Raiders. That would be funny, man, because then we could see him on Hard Knocks. Oh, that would be hilarious, man. I think if he goes to the Raiders, this may be one of the best years to watch Hard Knocks, because you got Nevin Lawson, you got Michael Roberts, and this would be great. It'd be great to see see the in and outs of this team. I'm ready to watch it, man. I'm really excited to watch the Oakland Raiders this year. I don't watch Hard Knocks a lot like in the past seasons when it comes to 24/7. But again, when it comes to this year, there's so much going around that team. It's going to be fun to watch. I don't think we used a lot of our actual playbook in this mini camp. I think this is more strictly running routes. Sean, actually not too worried about. Remember, we're going to cut almost 40 guys. Very true, very true. You make a great point, George Morgan. That is very true. And again, I hope that's the case. I know they get the playbook, and when they get released or traded, they have to give that playbook up to the trainers or whoever is receiving that playbook. And so, again, if he gets put on another team and he's going to have to learn their playbook, I don't think he's going to be too much worried about us at that point. He's got to worry about even staying on that team. What up, Doe? What up, Doe? Go Lions. My individual that's been with me from the beginning. He is a great Detroit Lions fan, and I have not forgot about that cartoon, man. I still got to get the program. What up, Doe? Buffed up. You are ready to debate me when it comes to this team, and it's going to be fun, man, because I know you love giving me a mad debate. Right now, Bevel is using the drills to see the players are good at. A base playbook going to come up when they return. Yeah, man. He had a whole year off to come up with a playbook, to come up with a whole new scheme added to his scheme that he took teams to the playoffs with and won a Super Bowl with. So I'm really excited to see this. His old playbook with the new stuff he decided to throw in there, man. So this is going to be so much fun to watch. This is going to be very intriguing to see. We're not going to see a whole lot in the preseason, so we're really going to have to wait for the regular season to see the skills of Darrell Bevell bring this playbook to the Detroit Lions, and hopefully our offense will thrive to that. New England and Detroit has agreed to scrimmage each other. I'm sure we will exchange some players. And you know what? That's a very good point you make there as well, D. Williams. That seems to happen a lot. Again, we are practicing. If you have not heard, we will be practicing scrimmage with the New England Patriots, the Super Bowl champions, where a lot of our members are friends with each other when it comes to the front office and head coaches and players. So I love that idea that we train again with a quality team like the Patriots, and that's how you get better. And there's very well that could happen where they do little trades inside the deal. They're good friends all together, it seems like, when it comes to Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn, and of course all the New England Patriots on that team. So it'll be fun to watch. Maybe we do make a couple more trades or make little deals inside when it comes to other individuals on the team. We are going to see Tahir Whitehead, long gone, lost, and Michael Roberts. My God, it will be like Detroit Lions West, but the bad Detroit Lions West. So it is going to be hilarious if you ask me. And yeah, just give me 1 second, folks. I have to get one of my buddies on here. He is wanting to join the chat, and that is Mr. 313 JMO, my partner in crime, the great one in Detroit, who kills it, especially he can out micro Mike me, man. And there's nothing better than getting out microed by the man from Detroit himself. So would it be, sorry, let's see. I want to bring something up real quick. Lions have never really had an experienced offensive coordinator, with the exception of Mike Martz, that never really had talent. Now we have Devil. 100% correct. I absolutely love that comment. You know, what really got me interested in Detroit when I really started taking that next step was when we got Mike Martz, because I thought he could bring the greatest show on turf when he came in. Unfortunately, we did not have the personnel because there's a lot of 7-step drops, and our quarterback got nailed a lot, like John Kitna, man. He got hit so many times. But he was an experienced offensive coordinator. Now we got an individual who has the ability to run it all. He's won Super Bowls, many playoff appearances, and just a fantastic addition to our offense. So I'm really excited with you, buddy. Would it be nice to maybe get a pick, though? It would have been nice. It absolutely would have been. That is a bummer that we are not getting a 7th-round pick now. So, hey, you know, at least they tried. Obviously, if he's injured and they didn't feel he was going to be able to make their squad, then from a New England Patriots standpoint, that was the correct move to make. But we'll see. I'm sure he gets picked up. I don't believe his shoulder can't be that bad. If he was with the OTAs with the Lions, it can't be all that bad. But again, he didn't pass with New England, and he did with Detroit. So we shall see. Bevell has the experience. He's been under pressure for calling plays in the playoffs and beyond. Absolutely, man. And that is a big sticking point. He knows what it's like to be under fire. He knows what it's like to be in the big game, to make the correct play. He made one incorrect play before, and you don't think that haunts him by not giving it to Marshawn Lynch, where they could have won the Super Bowl? That type of stuff, I'm glad he made the mistake then, and now he can learn from it and bring even more experience, more under the fire play calling. And this is what he does. What up, Doe 313 JMO?
What's good?
What's good, man? Hey, 313 JMO is in the house, man. 313, I see that you are mic'd up, is off. He may be having some issues going on. I will wait till his mic is back on, good to go. So we got 313 in here, man, and me and him, we are gonna crush this bad boy. We are gonna rip this up and have fun tonight with you guys. Mike, do you think Isaac Nada or Logan makes the 53? I think Nada makes the 53 for sure. I think Logan has a chance to. I think we do have a chance to go 4 tight ends at this point. Nada has the ability to really catch the football. If you watch his film, he has very soft hands. And he's very slippery for a tight end. Very, very well-rounded in that sense. Now, when it comes to the converted quarterback, Logan, he is making such a good impression that they released Michael Roberts. So if you're having individuals like this doing very well, then that is good. That is absolutely good for us, and something that will be seen through the roster. I think it's going to come down to my personal opinion. My personal opinion is I think it's going to come down to wide receiver 6 or tight end 4. So I know other people's got a little different opinions on that, but I think that's how it's going to go. It's going to be like, who is the best pass catcher in the group? And so we shall see. We shall see. That will be interesting. I think they do have a chance, though. I would not be calling. I would not assume that they're not going to make it right then and there. And so that shall be seen. About Game 4, Bevel's full playbook will be implemented. I expect only 70% of the game, with one exception of some versus specific plays for their opponent. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what veteran play callers do. They don't show everything during the season. I think he has plays specifically to change up teams. I mean, that's how you win. You can't do the same stuff week after week and expect to win games. Football is a game of inches. Football is a game of chess. And if you give up your play calling, you give up your ability to show that, you're going to fail, as we've seen through KFC. The guy is not doing too well. And so we shall see. Sorry, got a kid in the background here going nuts. 313, what up, though, man? Speak up.
What's up, man?
What's going on, man? So you heard the news that the trade was null and void. What do you think about that, man?
Wait, what trade was null and void?
Michael Roberts, man, he failed the physical in New England. The trade went down, and we released Michael Roberts. We did not get.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, so we got to keep Michael Roberts now? I'd be like, no. This just shows. I mean, you know what? I ain't holding no punches today. This just shows how garbage Michael Roberts is. You trash.
He is very much trash.
I'm sorry. Like, I'm being very mean today. You trash. How you gonna fail the physical when you get traded? Who are you, you bum? Why did Bob Quinn waste a 4th round pick on you? You are so horrible. How did you fail the physical? I'm just glad he's not on the team no more.
Yeah, man, that's it, man. I'm happy he's not on the team as well. That was one of our most disliked players, I think, on the team. Again, after watching that Chicago
you ran
game,
their own route, man, I ain't gonna never forgive him, man.
Oh man, that was such a bad play, man. Such a bad play. What's interesting?
Isaac Nuada, I don't know, but for some reason, I'm reading the comments. For some reason, they were saying that like he was like slow because he ran like a 4 whatever. I'm like, but because he said he looks low key fast. Yeah, I watched his tape. Like he looks fast to me. So I'm like, I don't care about combine numbers. You know, I watched tape, and on tape he looks fast. He has great acceleration. He looks like a receiver.
And he has very soft hands. He was so slippery. His route running looked very well for a tight end. Almost looked like a wide receiver type route running.
Yeah, to me, he's a receiving tight end. He's not a blocker.
Absolutely. And I remember seeing that play where the quarterback fumbled the ball. He turned around, picks it up, and runs it for a touchdown.
Right, yeah, that was nice.
What's crazy is he was considered one of the best tight ends when it comes to receiving the football to a lot of scouts. And we got him. I think that's why we got him is Bob Quinn looked at the board and says, how is this guy still available in the 6th round? I have no choice but to pick him up.
I mean, I feel like after Amani Oruwariye, Bob Quinn was just going best player available.
Absolutely, man. And that's how you develop a team, especially when you have talent across the board. We did not have to pick for need this time. We could just pick best player available. That's who makes the squad.
Yeah. I don't have no, long as we get our needs. I don't have no problem doing that every round, but that's just me.
Nicholas Aaron has corrected me. He was a 7th round pick. I apologize. Thanks for the correction. James DeKai says hilarious. Buffed Up says, do you think Ty Johnson will have at least a 93 speed on Madden?
Man, let's not worry about Ty Johnson's Madden speed and worry about him making the team, please. But yes, most likely, I'll let you have it. I'll throw you that bone.
Look, man, I could care less about the video game. The guy, in my opinion, is faster than all can be. I could care less how individuals on video game creators think about our team. I think they've always gave us bad rating when it comes to all our players. That has no effect. I hope they give him a 1% speed rating because I really don't care. I care about that as much as I care about Freep and Carlos Manure's opinions on the Detroit Lions. It doesn't matter, man. He's going to make the team, in my opinion. He has the excellent speed and versatility, and he will do well on special teams, in my opinion, with us having a 3-dimensional football team for the first time in forever. It's going to be great to see.
Most definitely.
Okay. Yeah, man.
I mean, I'm still not sure if he's gonna make the team. I don't know. I don't know. I know they like him, but that don't mean he making the team. That's just the way I feel.
Well, I hope he makes the team. I'm rooting for the guy. I had never heard of him until he got drafted, and then I read about him. Like, good Lord, he's got some speed. But if he's gonna do it, it's got to be on special teams. I think that's where he's got to prove himself for sure. Silent Fire says, I'll take Ty Johnson over Theo Riddick. I will as well, man, because Theo Riddick has got a lot of money in his cap. He is the 9th highest paid player on this team. I repeat, the 9th highest paid player on a position we won't be utilizing him that much. So it just depends if they decide to straight up release him. I think that's a near $1 million cap hit, but his cap space is near 5 million. So we'll be saving 4 million, I believe. If I am incorrect, please correct me, but I'm thinking that's what it is.
We would save about 3 million getting rid of him.
Yeah. And I think that's very important, man. I just don't see a roster spot for him. We don't need him running the ball. We got Amendola when it comes to the slot. Yeah, that's not the greatest.
We got Kerryon Johnson, so we definitely don't need him to catch the ball.
Yeah, and we found out yesterday that Kerryon Johnson can catch a football.
Oh, wow. Man, these guys with these articles, man. I mean, all right, let's look in the chat. What y'all talking about, chat? What's good, chat? Let's see. We could trade Theo Riddick for a 6 or 7. I already said trade Theo Riddick for a 6 or 7 round pick. Beast mode. I'm like, trade him too. Get you another 6 or 7 round pick. Go ahead. I'm about trading all these guys.
Yeah, man. I think the trade would be difficult because of his cap hit, but I'm sure there's a team out there that would maybe covet him a little more. And so maybe we could. If we can get anything out of him, I would be happy.
I'm sure we can get a team to take him for a 6 round pick.
That would be good. That would be Quinning, if you ask me.
Right, Master Chef Bob Quinn is always cooking up something. I am upset with Michael Roberts though. You a bum, man. You couldn't even that really pissed me off. You couldn't even pass the physical so you could get a conditional 7th round pick for your bum self.
Man, that's bad. That's like literally getting beat out by Tom Savage type deal right now. when you got to look yourself in the mirror and say, man, I couldn't even beat out anybody. You know you have failed. You have failed big league.
Exactly. Let's see, chat. What else y'all talking about, man? Oh yeah, so I posted that my video talking about Joe Dahl. I have high expectations for him this year, so we can get rid of Kenny Wiggins.
Yeah, I watched that video, folks. If you have not seen the video of 313 JMO's Joe Dahl, that is something you should watch. It's very interesting because it's talking about how Joe Dahl physically got in much better shape and he's really taking his job very seriously. And I think he needs to step up, man, because we don't need Wiggins. Wiggins needs to get up out of here. And man, if Joe Dahl can step up, that would be great because we've been waiting for him to take that next step and it hasn't happened yet. But maybe he ends up like a Tease Tabor and steps up for us.
I definitely think he'll step up, but I just don't believe that Kenny Wiggins holds any type of weight on this team. So I don't, like I said, maybe because he's a veteran and he's been there, he's getting that look, as we like to call it. He's getting that look. But at the end of the day, Joe Dahl is going to beat you out, and probably somebody else besides Joe Dahl might beat him out. So we'll see how that goes. But I just like the way how hard he worked. I like the fact that he trained and he tried hard, and now he's looking better. And now the coaches are noticing all the things about his improvement. So it's good for our team. It's good for the competition, and we just gotta. He just has to keep pushing and make the first team, please, so we can get rid of him. Gridiron Blitz is in the building. What's up?
What up, though, Gridiron Blitz? What up, though, Ghost of Judah Tribe, man?
No,
I
not
don't.
what up, dog. Goes to Judah.
I know you was gonna say that. I know you was gonna say that, but he's been
I'm
nothing.
ignoring.
You can, hey, that's perfectly fine, man. That's
You need to
perfectly
give me a
fine.
wrench real quick so I can handle this.
Hey, he's been very. He actually saved me. I don't know if I've told this story before, but I posted a video a while back, maybe a couple of weeks ago, and I wrecked the spelling. I mean, it was embarrassing. And he sent me a message within probably 30 seconds, and he said, "Hey, bro, you misspelled that, man." And he saved me from some really embarrassing moment, and I appreciate that. And he's been really cool to me. So I'm not gonna talk bad about him at
I
all.
don't fraternize with the enemy, man. as you know, I don't fraternize with the enemy, even if they buy my child some donuts and a bike. I don't do it.
Hey,
Oh yeah, you guys, I dropped a video today, just wrapping up the NBA season because I did pick the Raptors to win. So if y'all want to go look at that later on, make sure y'all check that out. I've been seeing some articles talking about the defense and is the defense looking good and is it getting better, and the defense could be underrated. And all I gotta say is I'm sick of these articles. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sick of the articles because I'm not getting any information from it. And as a fan, if I wasn't doing this, I would like to know what's actually going on with the team. And not a bunch of just, we talked about this on the roundtable, but all these fluff articles.
man, I'm with you. You know, I actually thought about before doing this YouTube type of stuff about writing about the Detroit Lions because when I went to college, I made a bunch of papers when I was in I don't know, speech class or one of these classes, and they said you could pick any subject you can write about, and I wrote about the Detroit Lions, and I got a really good grade on it, and I thought the paper was well written, and I thought about, man, I could really destroy some of these folks when it comes to writing information of the Detroit Lions because they straight have become so boring and so non-factual and so first grade that I don't know
Exactly.
if they actually if they're trolling us or if they really think people are that stupid. I'm not 100% sure.
Well,
I mean,
sad part is people are that stupid because they don't know no better. It's ignorance. They
it's
don't know
insane.
what's the good stories, what's the hot stories. They don't know the angles that the media takes to give themselves some views. They don't know nothing about that. They just looking at the articles or whatever.
Yeah,
And I'm
and
seeing
it
Logan Thomas becomes a favorite for tight end 3 in Detroit. So they thinking he gonna be the tight end 3 over Isaac Mulata, and I just don't see it.
I know I seen that as
Honestly,
well.
I mean,
That
I
was on
know
Pride of
Isaac Nado
Detroit.
is a rookie, so they might just use Logan Thomas, but I think he's gonna be used. I think Jesse James is gonna be the veteran in that room and act like a veteran does. TJ Hawkinson and Nada, they're gonna have their ups and downs, but I feel like TJ Hawkinson is about to. I mean, I don't know, man. My expectations for him are just so high, and I just think he's just gonna come and hit the ground running because I know they say tight end is a hard position to learn, but the thing is, it might be hard to learn if you didn't come out of a pro style offense and you don't know how to do everything. So of course the physicality, he might get hit hard a couple times and or something like that will affect him. But as long as he does his job and he's getting put in the right positions, he's gonna hit the ground running. And I think the same thing with Isaac Mulata. I don't think we're gonna ask him. We're not gonna ask him to block. We're gonna ask him, go in the slot and catch some passes. Logan Thomas, on the other hand, I really don't know about him.
Hey Judah, just quick one thing. This is Subscriber Friday, and so my show is ran by my subs, and they usually ask me a lot of questions when it comes to Detroit Lions. So if you could just keep it a little on the down low and just let my subs speak to me, because that's how I'm running this show tonight. It's Subscriber Friday. So again, man,
Told you,
I
man.
just
Give me the wrench and I'll handle it.
I would, man, I would, but so
But
when it
I was gonna say,
yeah, go ahead, man.
the Lions and the Patriots held joint practices today.
Yep.
So that's I mean, that might be why we tried to trade Michael Roberts right before the joint practice or something, but we'll see how that goes. And it's always I like joint practices with the Patriots because they the Patriots, man.
Yeah, man. Well, again, I mean, there's so much value when you're training with another team when you can evaluate your talent versus other people's talent instead of just playing against your own team. I mean, the New England Patriots are top of the line. They're the best team in the NFL. They won the Super Bowl, so you got to give them the credit. And now we get to evaluate our talent versus their talent, and
Yeah,
I
I'm
love it.
definitely want to see how our what do you call it? Our offense is gonna work versus a defense like theirs.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And again, it's not like the Patriots offense is no scrub. Obviously, they're good. I mean, we all know Tom Brady, and I'm curious to see how our offense starts playing because that's the big question mark in my eyes when it comes to how is our offense going to play against their defense. We have a new playbook, we have a new offensive coordinator. Are these guys going to pick it up faster than I think they will and faster than I want them to. I want them to go faster. So that'll be really interesting. And I'm definitely, if I don't know if those are open practice for the public, but I will be going to, if it is open training camp for the public, I will be going to those practices and live stream that for sure.
Yeah. Also, wait. It's something that you just said. I'm trying to. Well, when you look at this practice, how will our offense respond? Because I mean, honestly, I ain't worried about the defense. We saw the defense eat Tom Brady alive already. So I mean, of course, it's a new team every year, but the Patriots, they don't make any sense to me because every year their team is trash on paper, but every year they do something. Like it just makes no sense. Because you look at their offense, it's nobody on that offense. It's Julian Edelman and Tom Brady. Everybody else in that offense on any other team is trash. Like who's on the offense? N'Keal Harry, okay, he's a good receiver. He's I like him a lot. But they don't got nobody. So I wouldn't be surprised if with our defensive scheme we dominated them defensively, but it's the offense because we know they run the same defense as we do. And they do it just as well as we do, maybe even better because they have Bill Belichick. So how would because it's not really another defense like ours. Like the Patriots are the only ones with they're the only ones with a defense like that. But as you see, our defense laid out the blueprint to beat the Rams, which in turn helped the Patriots win the Super Bowl. So we got a Super Bowl winning defense. And before Matt Patricia was here, he had Super Bowl winning and losing defense. They beat Atlanta, they lost to Philly or whatever. But I think the Philly loss is just they didn't have the talent. They couldn't stop the run, stuff like that. But it's a big deal, and I hope they do well. I personally hope the offense carves up their defense. It'll give me a lot of hope. But I know we're not gonna face a defense like that all season, but the quality of their defense will probably be the highest quality all we face all preseason, even though it's just preseason, so we won't see the blitz packages and all of the advanced coverages though. I'm
Yeah,
telling you, man,
absolutely.
just get them out of here, bro.
Absolutely, man. We're not going to see any diverse play calling or anything like that. And a commenter, one of my subs made a comment prior to you being on here, and it was very interesting. He said possibly you could see maybe a couple players getting moved during that period with the two teams talking. You got Bob Quinn and you got Belichick. So that'll be interesting as well to see. Maybe they do make a move and throw a player here and there, or we're looking at their team when it comes to the roster bubble for the Patriots, and if they let a player go, if Patricia likes what he sees, when it comes to 53, maybe he picks one up here and there. I mean, you get to look at talent up close, so that's another
Man,
value as
look,
well.
Mike, you got to get them out of here, bro. Put them on timeout, man. We trying to focus.
All right, take control, man.
Let's see. Pats had no Gronk or Edelman when we beat them. So buffed up. New England might be the best running team this year. Oh yeah, they do have Sony Michel. That's another weapon. Okay. Um, New England might be the best running team this year. It will be plenty of two tight end back sets. Now I hope don't nobody go and steal my content out there because that's still happening nowadays. But I hate to say this because I'm a huge Tease Tabor fan, but I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to snag Tease Tabor for like a 5th-round pick or something, or a 4th-round pick. I don't think they would give up a 4 for him, but I know they'll be looking at some of our players, and Tease Tabor is one of the guys. I mean, they do have they have solid cornerback play over there, but they could try to coach him up. So I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to do something with that. James Willis says, so with Robert gone, we have an open roster spot. Yeah, that open roster spot, as I said on the roundtable, I think that roster spot is going to allow us to carry 6 receivers, and Jermaine Kearse gets his roster spot. That I honestly think he's going to make the team. I just feel like even if I don't want him to make the team, not saying that I do, but it's not my number one goal. It's just he's more experienced and he's better than these rookies and these new guys, these guys that don't know the system. He had 800 yards last year. Like he's a good receiver. He's gonna be better than a Chris Lacy or an Andy Jones or even a Brandon Powell. So when I look at that, I look at the opportunity for him to make the team, and then when I add in the fact that we just opened up a roster spot, either that roster spot is for Jermaine Kearse or maybe it's for Ty Johnson. And Kearse already had the spot on the team, but that definitely could have opened the opportunity for Kearse. And like I said, if somebody goes down, whether he's on the team or on the practice squad, it would be nice to have somebody like Jermaine Kearse to depend on. Because like this dude's a legit, third receiver on the team. And he can't even make our team. That shows how good we are on offense. But it'd be nice to have him as a backup plan for somebody, if something happens. Let's see.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And having a veteran like him, again, it's not necessarily just for the regular season. It's big plays when it comes to when games really matter. We need to make the playoffs. We need to get a first down in the playoffs. He's an individual that can be dependent on that ball getting caught. I mean, an individual like Eric Ebron is not going to be dependent. That is why we got a Kearse. So he can make that catch, that big play, that vital play that wins us a game or takes us to the next level. So it is so important, even though he may not be the most, dynamic wide receiver in the
He's
NFL or
not.
even in free agency, but it's vital to have that individual on a team.
I mean, look, because now I'm very interested to see Chris Lacey in the preseason. And you already know I'm a big fan of Brandon Powell, but at the end of the day, in a playoff game, who would you rather Stafford throw the ball to? Chris Lacey, Brandon Powell, or Jermaine Kearse? We know what the answer is. It's Jermaine Kearse. It's the
Yeah, that's not
veterans.
much
It's
of
the
a
guys
question.
who've been there and done that. Now, like I said, Chris Lacey could be an absolute monster. And I love Brandon Powell. So we have to see what they are. But if all things are equal, you just I know a lot of people want us to get younger, and I have no problem with that. But you don't win a Super Bowl with a young team. You just don't. We have some youth. We have Kenny Galladay. Marvin Jones isn't like 21 or anything, but he's young. And then you have Fulgham. You have TJ Hawkinson. So we definitely have some youth there. So I think he has value. Let me read some of these comments. And make sure you guys, everybody in the chat, we got 26 people in the chat, only like 16, 17 likes. Make sure we get that up to at least 25 likes so we can get this video out to everybody that's watching or looking to watch and they don't have nothing to watch. George Morgan says, it will be weird if the Patriots sign Roberts at a smaller price now that he's a free agent. Well, he failed the test. I don't know about that. Chris Cashball was talking about that. Hey, Chris Cashball, if you haven't seen my video on why the Detroit Lions will win the division, I talked about what you just put about the linebackers and the matchups. I need you to go watch that video. And I'll talk about why we win the division, and it's about matchups. And I think our tight ends, they match up well against all other teams opposing linebackers. James Willis says if Kearse can block him, well, Fulgham Lions can run plays where everybody is blocking for Kerryon, CJ, or Ty. Of course, Fulgham definitely can block. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if Jermaine Kearse can block or not. I don't know. I haven't researched that, but he was in Seattle. That was a tough, hard-nosed team. I'm pretty sure they had a lot of blocking concepts in there. So I think that's something that he'll be able to adapt to, but that's still yet to be seen because I haven't done the research on it yet.
What up, though, Brian Ellis? What up, though, C-Rad TV?
What's up, C-Rad TV?
Yeah, man, he's in the building. I know he tries to make a presence known every once in a while. He's got a little YouTube channel, so if you like, I think he does Detroit Lions and WWE stuff, so if you like that, go check it out for sure. Also, I wanted to make an announcement now. This is interesting because we're not big fans of this guy, but what happened to a fellow Detroit Lions YouTuber, the one and only Dose of Dion, is his YouTube got hacked and he no longer has the YouTube under his name. That is not him. So he received a hack and it took control of his YouTube video and he's unable to get into it. So he wanted to fair warn everyone else when it comes to YouTube that there's a hacker out there who's sending out information, messages, saying that they are actually YouTube and trying to fix your account. So if you get this message, it's not YouTube, it's a hacker. Buyers beware. You don't want your stuff hacked. And he no longer has control of his channel. His channel now is Dose of Dion 2.0.
Dose of Dion.
Yeah, Dose of Dion 2.0. Again, we're not the biggest fans of him around here, but I don't want to see anyone lose their YouTube channel over.
Yeah, we don't hate on anybody's channels. We just don't like when people steal content. That's all.
Absolutely.
But we're not gonna get into none of that today.
Nope. Just wanted to throw that out there for sure. So I say,
yeah, hopefully you can get his channel back.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't know, man.
Silent Fire 88 says Amendola and Kearse are going to be great in the chat. So Silent Fire, you got them making the team already. We got 27 in here. Can we please get some more likes on that video, man? Brian Ellis says something about Killebrew. Man, look, Killebrew not making it. Okay. I know he's gonna be another one of those 4th round picks that Bob Quinn drafted. And just look at the defensive back. I'm gonna just go over all these guys. Like, oh my god, and it's a cornerback that I know that I'm missing right now, and I just can't think of his name for the life of me. We got Rashawn Melvin, Tease Tabor, Darius Slay. Now, when it comes to the safeties, we got Adams, we got Tavon Wilson, we got what's his name? Tracy Walker, we got Quandre Diggs. We have another safety that I like so many defensive backs. I can't even think of all their names right now, unless I'm looking at a list. So he's definitely an odd man out, and he had value on special teams, but now they're gonna find somebody else to do that. What you think about Killebrew?
Killebrew is definitely not going to make it on this team, in my opinion. But again, there's pictures taken of the linebacking core, and he was actually a part of that. So I think they're trying to give him a chance.
I always thought he was a natural linebacker, but
yeah. I still, even with him trying to convert to linebacker, I don't see him making the team. It's just we're going into a different direction, and we're getting bigger when it comes to linebackers. We're very talented when it comes to safety, and there's simply going to be individuals being cut, and I think he's one of those guys. I think his tenure in Detroit is coming to an end in a couple of months, and that'll be it with Killebrew. I mean, I like the name. I liked when he was on the team and he made some mad hits, but I think he's fallen out of luck with the team. I think he's fallen short, and he'll be done after this year.
Yeah, okay. Chris Cashball said he did see that video that I was talking about. All right, man. All right, I'm glad you watched it. George Morgan said something that's interesting. But George, when you say interesting things like this, I need to know actual guys. We need an example. He said, what if the Lions fill the extra roster spot with someone that doesn't get a contract for a team, and then they're not on that roster because they didn't get the contract that they wanted? Well, maybe, but who? I don't know who would be out there for us to get concerning that.
I don't see that as well. I think when it comes to main spots that we got right now, when it comes to veterans or a free agent in that sense, we got our main guys. Now it's the point, can a young guy impress and make the team out of nowhere? And I think the only legit one I'm thinking about is Bo Benshaw and maybe Lacey that's possibly could squeak in there. Is it going to happen with Lacey? Probably not. Bo Benshaw, maybe. We shall see, but I don't see us making a big move.
Definitely has a higher chance of making it than Lacey.
Yeah. It's one of those deals where something crazy's got to happen in preseason and him explode, and we'll see.
I'm curious. Like, speaking of that, though, out of this receiver room, because we let's just go over it again because we have to do this for the fans, for all the people watching. Kenny G, Marvin Jones, Danny Amendola, and Travis Fulgham. Those are the guys. So between Powell, Lacey, Jermaine Kearse, Todd Johnson, maybe Logan Thomas, like, which one of those guys do you think gonna stand out in the preseason? Because one of them are gonna have to.
My guy that I would say the young guys that will stand out is going to be Ty Johnson, and I think that'll be due to special teams. I think with these young guys, they have to make an impact on special teams to secure a roster spot. I think with his ability to play special teams and run that football back, that's how he makes the squad. I think that may be the only way for the beginning of the year. I mean, he may be implemented throughout the offense throughout the year, but time now, he needs to really make an impact on special teams. I think Fulgrim's already got a roster spot. I think Fulgrim's gotten it.
I think it's actually going to be Brandon Powell. I think Brandon Powell is making his team, and I think he's going to end up making the team because he's going to show an impact throughout training camp. They're going to wonder about him. Then they're going to put him out there, and it sucks that Tom Savage will be throwing him the ball. At least that's what it seems like. So I don't know how you can succeed when Tom Savage is throwing you the ball. But regardless of that, whether it's on special teams, whether it's as a receiver, I think he's going to have a breakout game in preseason.
That would be very nice. And I'm rooting for Powell. He's been trying to make this squad. He reminds me of Zach Zenner in that sense. You know, he has to prove it,
Mm-hmm.
keep proving it, and he showed a lot in that Green Bay game where he ripped up the Packers a little bit, and it's very nice
Yeah,
to
he had
see.
100 yards.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And so I hope these young guys can do it. I truly do. I think Fulgrim is going to make the team because he's 6'2". He's the big bad guy. I think he was a good pick. He's your guy when it comes to Bob Quinn picking up a wide receiver. You like him. Oh, Tom Savage throwing the ball to Powell. That's a bad way to try to make the team, though. I feel
Yeah,
for him.
man. You can only, I mean, you gotta succeed even when you dealt a bad hand.
Look, if he can succeed with Tom Savage, he better make the team.
I mean, if we protect Tom Savage, I do trust Tom Savage to get the ball. One thing about Tom Savage, and I'm gonna be real, no one thinks he's good. We don't, but he didn't really have protection in Houston at all. Deshaun Watson didn't have it either when he took the job. He didn't have any protection. He just didn't. Like now, I know he has accuracy issues and everything, but even when Deshaun Watson took the helm, then Deshaun Watson started getting sacked a million times. So, if you protect him, maybe he can manage a game. I mean, he doesn't have a noodle arm. Maybe he can manage a game, and in the preseason, if we protect him, maybe he'll be able to throw the ball to some people. I'm sure they're going to give Zach Zenner a run in the preseason along with Ty Johnson, but Zenner is making his team. I think it's because he does everything and probably don't ask no questions. So he'll go play special teams. He'll go run that football. Even if it's not his best thing, he'll go catch the ball out the backfield. He'll do whatever the coaches ask him to do. He'll be, he'll be a blocker because that's one thing people forget about Zach Zenner. He's a good blocker, and he's always been a good blocker since his rookie season when he got hurt. Hitman House says, I love our defense. Tracy Walker is a gem. Brian Ellis said he's talking about Killebrew. He looked really ripped in the picture I saw of him. Okay, we'll see, man. I don't see him.
Yeah, I don't see
James
it either.
Wilson says yes too. I too think Tracy Walker is going to be solid, taking over for Quinn. Tracy Walker, I picked him to make the Pro Bowl, so he's my breakout player. So I hope I'm right. Melvin Drew says we keep failing to mention Camp Cux and players Wade. Quinn waiting on a few guys. I bet. Trey Lamar. Hopefully, Curse makes a team.
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to cut this one short. I'm having a barbecue, and my buddy from Florida just came up here, so I'm gonna have to cut this bad boy short for tonight. I usually would like to go for 2 hours. Unfortunately, I can't do that because my buddy will punch me in the face, and I don't want to get punched in the face. So, with that said, man, JMO, got any thing to say to the fellas?
Whether by hook or crook, we was getting Michael Roberts off this team. And all I gotta say is I'm loving the competition though, because the competition is making cuts and cracking down on all of these people at every position. Everybody on alert except for guys like Stafford and like Trey Flowers. They don't got nothing to worry about. But and like Kenny Galladay and Kerryon, they got zero to worry about. But everyone else who isn't an elite player, a cornerstone at the position, it's competition and it's turning into a grinder. It's getting real tough out there for these players, and players they're starting to get cut a little bit. And the way I see it, it's just gonna we gonna be making lemonade out of lemons. It's gonna be some real good Simply lemonade too.
That's some good stuff there.
It's gonna be some real good Simply. Y'all know that Simply lemonade is good than mud. So
yeah, that's the best lemonade on the market, man.
For real. So we gonna be making that, and I'm loving the competition, and I want I just like what the Lions are doing right now. The training camp is about to start, so we'll see all of you guys, man. Y'all know we do stuff every week, man. Make sure y'all check out the last two videos I dropped, the NBA one and the one about Michael Roberts and Joe Dahl and his rise, making the starting line. But that's all I got. It's 313 JMO.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Check out his videos. His videos are really good. he kills subjects that don't even get talked about, and I think that's what's vital to when it comes to Detroit Sports Alliance. He hits on subjects that a lot of us don't even know about, because that's 313 JMO. He is the GOAT when it comes to that type of stuff. Also, man, I got to give out love to DVE, man. These guys started this bad boy. I love them. If you
No
ain't
doubt,
subscribed
man.
to DVE, make sure you do so, because I also want to talk to Man Beast Morris, man. I want to get him on here. I think
Oh, we
we get,
definitely, man. I'll definitely help you do that. We'll definitely do
hey,
that. And they definitely,
you,
they convinced me to start my own channel, and it was there day one, man. Day one, they were supporting me, man.
hey,
That's
man,
my those are my
I
guys,
love the
man.
Man Beast, man. We got to do it, man. Me, you, and Man Beast Morris. We got to do it, because I think that would be an awesome, awesome time for the
Most
subscribers and
definitely it
all of
would
us.
be.
All right, man. You get that hooked up for me. You get that hooked up.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
With that said, man, next week we'll be doing the roundtables on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8. Myself, Monday, Wednesday at 5. I drop videos every day. Make sure you check out 313 videos. He drops them all the time as well. And we're going to get that hooked up to you with Mr. Man Beast Morris, the man who started a lot of this stuff. With that said, fellas, I appreciate you guys taking the time to view our content and listen to us speak some Detroit Lions. And have a good weekend.